Gajananam bhutaganati sevitam kapita jambu falasara pakshitam Umasutam soka vinasha karanam namami Vigneshwara pada pankajam Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sadashiva Samarambam Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmat Acharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam Devaki Parabanantam Krishtam Vande Jagadgurum Namo Namaha Sarvesham Swagatam. Welcome to this new program on Vishnu Sahasranamam. There are many Gitas, but one stands out, and that is called Bhagavad Gita. Likewise, there are many Sahasranamams, and one stands out, and that is the Vishnu Sahasranamam. You have other Sahasranamams too. And Sahasra, as you all know, it means 1,000, and Namas means names. These Namas signifies the qualities or attributes of Lord Vishnu. You know, in Hinduism, our names traditionally have always had meanings. Like Krishna is black, Shiva is auspicious, Gopala means protector of cows, Vidya means knowledge, Vivek means discrimination, and so on. So every name had a name quality attached to it, an attribute. Of course, nowadays the names are changing vastly, but this is how the tradition has been. And in Vishnu Sahasranamam, you find a lot of qualities being described. So, what does Vishnu Sahasranamam mean? It is coming in the Vishnu Sahasranam itself. They describe the qualities. Yani namani gaunani viknyadani mahatmanaha. No, they describe the qualities of Vishnu. You see that is how these things go. And you find Vishnu has a meaning too. What does Vishnu mean? Vishnu means omnipresent. Omnipresent. It's coming from the root vish. Vish means to pervade. You know, it is used in many words like Vishalam. It means broad. Some people keep even names as Vishali. So here it means one who is omnipresent, pervading everywhere. And Vishnu Sahasranam means the name, 1,000 names of the one who pervades everywhere. And the Sahasranamam has its own qualities too. Oh my goodness. There is something called Stotra Lakshanam. Every Stotram has got a certain Lakshanam. There are 6 attributes. Namaskara tat ashishcha Siddhantokti parakramaha Vibhuti prarthana cheti Shadvitam stotra lakshanam. Namaskaras. You know, we say Vishnu Sahasranam, when you do Archana, you say Namaha, Namaha, Namaha. Namaskaram. Ashishcha, Ashirvadam. Blessing devotees. You get a lot of blessings in the Vishnu Sahasranamam. Siddhanta Okti. Siddhanta Ukti is combined together, Siddhanta Ukti. Siddhanta means philosophy. Ukti is preaching philosophy. It gives you a lot of philosophy too. Parakrama, valor, inspires you. Vibhuti, we have Vibhuti also. It is describing the greatness. And finally, Prarthana, offering prayers. So you will find Vishnu Sahasranamam fits perfectly into the definition of stotram. Of course, there are many other stotrams also fit perfectly, but Vishnu Sahasranamam has all these lakshanas are the indications of a perfect stotram. So it covers all of them, and it is something which is unique. Now, I want to tell you something about the purpose of this program. Many of you already recite and you all know Vishnu Sahasranamam, but this program has been designed with specific purpose. And I want to give you a quick account of that. One is, of course, you will know a lot more about Vishnu Sahasranamam and you'll enjoy chanting it when you do that, because you will start knowing the meanings and what is the context and so on. It will help you greatly to attain superior attitudes. Your attitude will change, and so the qualities also. In what way? Freedom from negative thoughts. A lot of people think negatively without they realizing it, but Vishnu Sahasranam helps you to develop positive thoughts. In fact, our Vedas and our scriptures are all positive. There is no negative element in it. It says, na krodho, na samatsarjam, na lobho, na subhamatihi, bhavanti keta punyanam bhaktanam purushottame. It comes in Vishnu Sahasranam. Many of you know that. Na krodho, neither anger, na matsarjam, not jealousy, na lobho, nor avarice or miserliness, na subhamatihi, no unholy thoughts coming in there. None of these impact the minds of true devotees. Bhavanti krita punyanam bhaktanam purushottame. If you know, when you recite next time, you'll remember this. And this will help you to develop yourself, self-development, to lead a very happy life. Everybody wants happy life. Who doesn't? But there are easy means. It will help you to develop enthusiasm, interest. It will inspire you to lead a better life. Very simple. And you'll, of course, understand the meanings of various lokas. And above all, you will improve your pronunciation, because once you understand the meaning, the pronunciation becomes easy. And Sanskrit provides you perfect pronunciation. You know, English, it's spoken in different ways. Many languages are spoken in different ways depending upon where you are. But Sanskrit gives you perfect pronunciation. And in the process, of course, you'll enjoy the beauty of Sanskrit language. Such a beautiful language, and you'll expand your vocabulary. So that's the purpose of this program. It is not a routine recitation of Vishnu Sahasranamam, but it has got multi-purpose. And you will be able to achieve all these when you attend this program online. So having said that, I want to give you a little bit of background, a historical background of Vishnu Sahasranamam, how it started, and something to know when you recite Vishnu Sahasranamam, how it happened. It's all centered around Mahabharata, the war. The war began with Bhagavad Gita, as you all know. Krishna Paramatma advised Arjuna to fight, and that becomes Bhagavad Gita. It's the beginning. After the war was over, everybody was tired, all the bodies strewn around. Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandavas, he got absolutely exhausted and he was very tired, and he was feeling himself very sorry. Why did he do all this, misery? So Krishna Paramatma and Vedavyasa, they advised him, go and seek the advice of Bhishma, the eldest of the Kuru clan, who was actually on his deathbed, a bed made of arrows by Arjuna. And you can see in the picture, Bhishma lying on the bed of arrows, and seek his advice before he's passing away. So Yudhishthira goes and folds his hands and tells Bhishma, I have come to seek your advice. I have some questions to you, which have been bothering me, and I want to get answers from you. And that is how the Mahabharata, the Vishnu Sahasranamam is set. It's a description in Mahabharata, Bhagavatam 149 chapter. It's a scene witnessed by Lord Krishna himself and Vedavyasa. Now, who was sage Vedavyasa? The two words, Veda and Vyasa, right? So Veda, of course, everybody knows. Vyasa means composition, writing something or compiling something. So he was the compiler of Vedas. You know, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, when the end of Lord Krishna was imminent, Uddhava and other great rishis at the time went and asked Krishna, next Yugam is going to be Kali Yuga. Now, people may not really be competent or interested in learning the Veda in one go. How do we save the Vedas from destruction, from total annihilation? And Krishna said, don't worry, somebody will be born with my name and he will take care of it. And so came Krishna, born to a fisherwoman. And he was known as Krishna because he was black. And because he was born in an island, he was called Dvaipayana, Krishna Dvaipayana. Now he was so intelligent that he could master a lot of scriptures, and he compiled the Vedas into 4 parts. You all know Yajur, Sama, Adhipana, and four Vedas you have. Because he compiled the Vedas, he was called as Vedavyasa. But he was really an avataram of Vishnu himself. As Vishnu Sahasranamam says, Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. We start this offering our namaskaram, salutations to Vedavyasa. Vasishtaya means the lineage of Vasishta. Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. We are offering our namaskarams to sage Vedavyasa, who was the person who compiled the Vedas, and not satisfied with the compilation of Vedas, went into Mahabharatam. So he wrote the Mahabharatam, and the story goes that he dictated it and then Lord Ganesha wrote it. So Bhagavatam is called the 5th Veda. So we bow before him, and the story goes that when at the time of Yudhishthira listening to Bhishma, there was nobody to record it. And Mahapariva of Kanchipuram tells a story about this. He once asked a question, do you know which is the oldest tape recorder? And nobody knew, and he explained that after the Vishnu Sahasranam was done, everybody was stunned because nobody had taken notes and nobody even remembered it. So they wanted to listen to it again so that they will be careful. They asked Lord Krishna, what can you do about it? He said, there's only one person who can give you that. And that was Sahadevan, who was wearing a Suta Spatika. The Suta Spatika is a kind of a quartz crystal, which had the power when you worship Shiva, it could grasp the sound which was listened earlier and reproduce it. So Sahadevan took the Spatika and prayed to Lord Shiva to give back the sound which had come from Bhishma. And so came the Vishnu Sahasranamam again from the Spatika. And at that time, Vedavyasa was very careful and he could grasp it and he could really recite it and compile it. So that is a nice story which said by Kanchi Paramacharya. Now, why is Vishnu Sahasranamam so important? Number one, it's the essence of Mahabharata. Adi Shankara, his first bhashyam was on Vishnu Sahasranama. Even though he was an avataram of Lord Shiva himself, his very first bhashyam was on, bhashyam means commentary, on Vishnu Sahasranamam. He wrote 3 bhashyams connected with Mahabharata. The first, of course, is Vishnu Sahasranamam. Then Bhagavad Gita, he wrote a commentary, bhashyam. And the third one he wrote, what? Sanatsujadiyam. Sanasudar. All 3 are related to Mahabharata. The first one, Vishnu Sahasranam, of course, I explained when it was said. Bhagavad Gita also, that it was at the beginning of the war. But Sanatsujadiyam was something which was preached by Sanatsujatar. He was also a great saint to Dhritarashtra. Now, these are called Traigunya. Traigunya, Rajas, Tamas, and Sattvic. There are 3 gunas. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna had the Rajas Gunam. And the Tamas Gunam was displayed by Dhritarashtra. And Sattvic Gunam by Yudhishthira. So, for all the 3 of these scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita and the Sahasranamam and Saraswatiyam, Adi Shankara wrote the commentaries. So, it is almost the essence of Mahabharata, all these 3, but then Vishnu Sahasranamam is really very important. It has come at the end and it's very easy for people to recite it and know the greatness of the Lord. Now, who selected all these names? This is not selected by Bhishma himself. They were selected by the Sanakadi Munis. And who was this Sanakadi Munis? Sanakadi Munis, Brahma, he conceived sons in his mind. From Manas they came. They are called Sanakadi Munis. Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, Sanat Kumara. In Sanat Kumara, there is a big story. Sanat Kumara himself took the avataram of Murugan or Subramaniam in his later birth. So these were all ancient rishis who had many names, thousands of them, and out of these names are selected by Bhishma. And they were woven together by Vedavyasa, like you pick up flowers and put them into a garland. And they were woven by Vedavyasa, compiler, who was himself an incarnation of Vishnu. And who preached it? By the great Bhishma, the senior most leader of the Kuru clan, who remained a bachelor all his life. And it was listened by another great person who himself was called Dharmaputra. So, Vishnu Sahasranamam preached by a great Bhishma and listened to by another great personality who was himself Dharmaputra. So, it makes it even special and witnessed by Lord Krishna himself. So, Sahasranamam Vishnu's is known to provide relief from all sorrows. It's known to lead to happiness and peace of mind. And I've heard this from many people. Even if they don't know the meaning, just reciting that gave them peace of mind. And this Sahasranamam is in total conformity with the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. There is no difference between the beginning and the end. Gita also teaches, and Vishnu Sahasranamam also teaches. Therefore, there is a conformity between the two. So if you look at this, Vishnu Sahasranamam becomes a very important stotram for us to know. Now, how is this Vishnu Sahasranamam compiled? Let me give you a little bit of description also. And before that, I recall, on the importance part, Adi Shankara has a very nice composition called Bhaja Govindam. In that, there is a verse coming up. Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram Deyam Sripati Rupa Majasram Neyam Sajjana Sankevitam Deyam Dine Janaya Chavitam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram. Let your mouth chant Bhagavad Gita and Sahasranama every day. Deyam Sripati Rupa Majasram. Let your heart be filled with the Rupa of Vishnu. Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam. Neyam. In fact, the word Sneha comes from the name. Sajjana, Satjana, good people. Sajjana Sang. Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam. Let your mind be led towards Sajjana Sangam. And lastly, Deyam Dina Janaya Cha Vittam. Dina Jana means poor people. Let your wealth be distributed to the needy. Don't start amassing and keep it all to yourself, but give it to people who need it genuinely. So that is the importance test by Adi Shankara in Bhaja Govindam. So coming to the contents of the Vishnu Sahasranamam, there are 3 sections in it. One in the Purva Bhagam, which is a prologue, which provides a background on the stotram and the context. So who says and what, why, these questions, which eventually lead on to the main part of the Sahasranamam, which is the stotra bhag. Stuti means to praise. Stotrams come from that. And in the main part, it's a poetic stotram, format in 107 stanzas, in Anushtup Chandas, as they call it, a meter with 8 syllables in a quarter. Very nice to musical. We can recite it musically, sort of. And the concluding part, which is the Uttara Bhag, which says the Palasruti. Palasruti means the benefits of chanting. Sruti means to hear. Hear the benefits. So you have these 3 sections. Generally, we recite all the 3. Some people might miss out the Palasruti, but in practice, we recite the whole thing, the Purva Bhagam, Stotra Bhagam, and Uttara Bhagam. So we'll try to cover as much as possible, given the limited time. And I would like to give you a little more on the beginning. We'll begin with the salutations. Shuklam Bharadaram Vitnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Jayet Sarva Vigno Bashantaye. Shukla Ambaram. Shukla means white. Ambaram means cloth. You know, you go to India villages, especially in South, they have little idols, stone idols of Ganesha. Mostly in villages, you find, even under a tree, you will find a little pulayar. And it is clothed in white cloth. These people don't have money. They don't do, in fact, puja every day or something. They are very casual, and they will take a little piece of a dhoti or a towel and put it on the idol. It will be white, and offer some flowers wherever possible. You can see it in a number of places. Shuklam Baradaram. Vishnu, I told you, all pervading. Sachivarnam, moon colored. Chaturbhujam, four shouldered. Prasanna Vadanam, with a pleasing, smiling face always. Sarva Vigno Upashantiye. Jayet, we meditate on you for removing all our obstacles. Vignam means obstacle. For removing all our obstacles, we are bowing before you. Now, it doesn't say anywhere Ganesha or Vinayaka, the name is not mentioned anywhere. It is that person, that God who removes all the obstacles. You can consider it to be Lord Vishnu also, because he's all pervading. But it is a practice to start with the salutations for any of our rituals. And so is Vishnu Sahasranamam. We begin with this first salutation. Shuklam Baradaram Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Jayat Sarva Vigno Upashantaye. Then we go on. There is a verse which says Vaishampana Uvacha. The verse goes like Srutva Dharmana Seshena Pavana Nicha Sarvasaha Yudhishthira Shantanam Punareva Babashata. Now, who was Vaishampana? How does it come in? And what is his relevance to Vishnu Sahasranamam? I wonder if many people know of that, but again, Mahabharatam and Bhagavatam has got so many stories. I'll quickly recite a little story so that you understand who was Vaishampayana. Vaishampayana actually was a disciple of Vedavyasa. Now, there's a story how he comes in. There was King Parikshit, who was a son of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu was Arjuna's son, posthumous son. So Parikshit was a grandson of Arjuna. He inherited the kingdom of the Kurus after the Pandavas. And in a hunting trip, he saw a rishi and he asked him some question. The rishi was in meditation, he didn't reply. So he felt insulted. Therefore, what he did, he picked up a dead snake and put it over him. And because of this, he was cursed to die by a snake bite. And he did die. Shuka, who was the son of Vyasa, a bachelor, he told Parikshit the Bhagavata Purana before Parikshit died of a snake bite. But Parikshit's son, his name was Janamajaya, and he performed a great snake sacrifice to kill all the snakes because he had a revenge. Because my father died of a snake bite, I'm going to finish off all the snakes. And the king of the snakes was Taksha. In fact, the word Takshila, part of Pakistan now, Takshila comes from Taksha. And he performed the sacrifice to kill all the snakes. But at that time, he was advised not to do it by a rishi called Aditi. And at that time, Vaishampayana, who was a disciple, who learned the Vishnu Sahasranamam from his guru Vedavyasa, imparted the knowledge of Vishnu Sahasranamam to Janamajaya. So, Vaishampayana, having taught that at that time, Vishnu Sahasranamam, probably when initially compiled, it had only about 8,800 slokas, but then it grew and it has the Bhagavatam itself has spread into 100,000 verses. So, This is the relationship that Vaisampayana, having taught Janamajaya, he starts with this Vaisampayana Vacha. So, Srutva dharmana seshena pavanani cha sarvasaha yudhishthirasyantanamam punareva vibhashata. So, Vaisampayana, having already taught this to Janamajaya, he speaks about the Vishnu Sahasranamam. After having listened to the means to renounce dharma and the ways to destroy sins, Yudhishthira again addressed Bhishma. So it's as if Vaisampayana is visualizing that scene and then recalling this to start with the Vishnu Sahasranamam. Now we go to Yudhishthira Uvacha. Yudhishthira Uvacha means Yudhishthira said. Now he asks a set of questions to begin with, and there are 6 questions which are contained in 2 verses. Kimekam daivatam loke kim vapyekam parayanam swantaha kam kamarchantaha prapniyurmanava shubham khodharma sarva dharmanam bhavata paramo mataha kinchaban muchyate jannur janma samsara bandhanat. Now, I would suggest that you all keep a copy of the Vishnu Sahasranamam so that you follow these verses. It will also help you to recite it. Now, what these questions mean? Kimekam, kim ekam daivatam, which is the single supreme God. Kim ekam. Those of you know kim means which. Kim vap ekam parayanam. Parayanam means really the goal or refuge. What is the sole and supreme goal? 3. Swantaha kam kamarchantaha prapniyurmanava shubham. Which God should be worshipped through slokas? Swantaha means stotram. Suva is to worship her. Kimvapyekam parayanam. Suvantaha kam kamarchantaha prapniyurmanava shubham. By worshipping which God, manavaha means humans, will attain peace and prosperity. Subham. Subham indicating peace and prosperity. Kodharma sarva dharmanam bhavataha paramo mataha. What is, in your opinion, bhavataha paramo mataha, the greatest dharma? Sarva dharmanam, amongst all dharmas, which is the greatest dharma? Pray, tell me in your opinion. And the 6th question, Kinjaban muchyate jannur janma samsara bandhanat. Kinjapam uchyate. Which jabam should mankind recite to get released from what? Janma samsara bandhanat. Samsara bandhanat, the cycle of birth and death, the bondage of the cycle of birth and death. So these were the questions, 6 main questions you used to ask. Kimekam daivatam loke kim vapyekam parayanam swantaha kam kamarchantaha prapniyurmanava shubham kodharma sarva dharmanam bhavata paramo mataha kinchapan muchyate jannu janma samsara bandhanat. And to these 6 questions, Bhishma responds. Bhishma Uvacha. Bhishma says, Jagat Prabham Devadevam Anantam Purushottamam Suvannama Sagasrena Purusha Sadatottitaha. Jagat Prabhum. You know Jagat. Jagat means world. Prabhum, the Lord or Master. Deva Devam Anantam. God of gods. Deva Devam. Eternal. Purushottamam, the wise one. The best one amongst men. Suvannama Sagasrena Purusha Sadadotkidaha. One who is supreme over all devas, the all-pervading being, and who is the supreme spirit behind the Sahasranama, Suvannama Sagasrena, who will always praise the 1,000 namas. That is, the single supreme God is indicating. Going further, Tameva charchayan nityam bhaktya purushamavyayam Dhyayam suvannamasyancha yajamanas tameva cha. Tameva cha archayan nityam. Tameva cha archayan nityam. You have to split these words to understand the meaning. You know Archana, worship nityam, daily. Bhaktya purushamavyayam, with devotion. One who worships daily with full devotion. Dhyayam stuman namasyancha yajamanas tameva cha. Dhyan, you know, is to meditate. Stuvan is to praise, from the stu. Stotram comes from the root stu. Namasyancha, who is also prostrating or offering his namaskarams. Yajamanas tamevacha. To him, Yajamana means the master, the manager. In rituals, the person who performs the rituals is called Yajamanan because he is the master. So that worshipper will be free from sorrows who devotedly worships and meditates on that undecaying being, eternal being, who praises him and makes prostrations to him. Anadinidanam Vishnum Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Lokadhyaksham Stuvanityam Sarva Dukkhadigo Bhavet. Anadi Nidanam. Anadi. Don't know the beginning. He has no beginning nor end. Anadi Nidanam Vishnum, all pervading. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. He is the overseer of all the worlds. Lokadhyaksham Stuvanityam Sarva Dukkhadigo Bhavet. Literally go means go. The grief will go away. He'll be free from all grief. Who sings the praise of Vishnu, the all-pervader, who has no beginning or end, and who is a master and overseer of all the worlds. Going further, Brahmanyam sarva dharmagyam lokanam kirtivardhanam lokanatam mahadbhudam sarva bhuta bhavodbhavam. Brahmanyam is a quality, one who is friendly to Brahma. Sarva dharmagyam, knows all the dharmas. Lokanam kirtivardhanam, who enhances the fame of people. Kirtivad lokanam, of the people. He enhances the fame, a reputation. Lokanatham, Lord of the universe. You know, in Sanskrit, one word can mean many things. Likewise, one object can be described in many ways. Like water, it's got well over 60 different names. So you have many such beautiful words which have multiple meanings. You can use it to suit the context, and it enhances the beauty of the language. Lokanatham. I just mentioned about the earlier word on manager, Yajaman, and now you have is Lokanatham. who is the Lord of the universe. Mahat Bhutam, Sarva Bhuta Bhavodbhavam. Mahat Bhutam really means who is a great truth and the source, Bhavodbhavam, Udbhavam, who is the source of the existence of all beings. Sarva Bhuta Bhavodbhavam. All living beings. He is a creator and who is the source of the existence. Yesha me sarva dharmanam dharmo dikatamo mataha yadbhaktya pundarikacham saverachennara sada. I'll repeat again. Yesha me sarva dharmanam dharmo dikatamo mataha yadbhaktya pundarikacham saverachennara sada. Yeshame sarva dharmanam. I consider this to be superior to all other forms of dharma. Dharmo dikatamo mataha yadbhaktya pundarikaksham. Pundarikaksham, aksham means eyes. Like you have Kamakshi, Visalakshi, Meenakshi and so on. Aksham. Pundarikaksham, the one who is lotus-eyed. Now describing the quality, you see, you'll find many words describing the quality. One who has a broad forehead, one who has a moon on his head, on his forehead, Chandramauli signifies appearance. Here, lotus-eyed, Pundarikaksham. Yad bhaktya. Bhakti is emphasized everywhere. You know, in India, we have many saints who are not educated, who are illiterate, but who attain Siddhi, the highest form, only through Bhakti. And you have countless number of people, even in recent times, who had that devotion of the highest order. Sai Baba was one in Shirdi. You didn't go to college. Sadasiva Bimbendra, Raghavendra, so many people who attained all this musical trinity, yet Bhakti, Tyagaraja Swami. He didn't go to a college. He only composed songs and he kept reading them and composing songs which are now eternal. Muthuswami Dikshidhar. Yesterday we had Sankara Jayanti celebrations. He attended. Many of the kritis of Muthuswami Dikshidhar were sung. Most of them are in Sanskrit, his compositions. But he was a great scholar by himself. So you have many of these people who have attained the highest part in life through devotion, bhakti. So here it is stressed that the dharma of this is one who recites the hymns of praise with devotion. That is considered to be superior to all other forms of dharma, as Bhishma proclaims here. Paramam yo mahat tejaha, paramam yo mahat tapaha, paramam yo mahat brahma, paramam yak parajanam. Paramam yo mahat tejaha. Tejaha means effulgence, the huge light, the single refuge is that supreme light, the effulgence. Paramam yo mahat tapaha. Para itself means superior. Like you have Parameshwaran. Maha also means big, like Mahadevan, Mahalakshmi. All Maha means big. Para means superior. It's a superlative. Parameshwaran, Paramatma. He is Paramam yo mahat tejaha. This is superlative. Paramam yo mahat tejaha. Paramam yo mahat tapaha. That supreme meditation. Paramam Yo Mahat Brahma, the Supreme Brahma, the great Prakriti or creator. Paramam Vyak Parayanam, the refuge of all. Parayanam. Going further, Pavitranam Pavitram Yo, Mangalanam Cha Mangalam, Daivatam Devatanam Cha Bhutanam Yo Yo Pita. Pavitranam Pavitram. Pavitram itself means pure. Pavitranam means of all. He is the purest of all that is pure. You can say filtered purity. The purest of all that is pure. Mangala Nam Cha Mangalam. The most auspicious among the auspicious things. Daivatam Devatanam Cha. Daivatam Daivatanam Cha. The Lord of all divinities. The God of gods, you can say. Bhutanam Yoga Pita. The father of all beings. Bhutanam Sarva. All beings. Going further. Yatas sarvani bhutani bhavantyadi yugagame yaspincha pralayam yanti punareva yugachaye. Yatas sarvani bhutani bhavantyadi yugagame yaspincha pralayam yanti punareva yugachaye. From all yatas sarvani bhutani, from whom all beings came into existence at the beginning of Bhavantyadi Yugagame, at the beginning of Yugas, and also get dissolved. Pralayam is dissolution. Dissolution. We believe that Yugas begin and end. Right now we are in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga also will end someday, like Dwapara Yuga ended. So from all beings who came to existence in the beginning and also dissolved at the end of the cycle, Tasya Loga Pradhanasya Jagannathasya Bhupate Vishnur Nama Sahasram Me Shrunu Papa Bhayapaham. Listen from me. Vishnu Nama Sahasram Me. Shrunu means listen. Papa Bhayapaham. Listen from me, the hymn of 1,000 names of that Vishnu, Vishnu Nama Sahasram. Loka Pradhanasya, who is the master of the universe. Jagannatha is also meaning Natha of Jagan. Jesus is master of the universe, Lord of the chief man. Loka Pradhanam means the most important, the chief man. Tasya Loka Pradhanasya Jagannathasya Bhupate. The one who destroys of all sins and fear of samsara. Listen from me. That Sahasranamam says Bhishma. Yani namani gaunani viknyatani mahatmanaha rishibhi parigitani tani vachami bhutaye. This Yani namani gaunani I mentioned at the beginning of this discourse. For your benefit, he says, for your benefit, Rishibhi Parigitani, the exalted hymns of the rishis. I'm giving all those names, Yani Namani Gaunani. I'm giving you all those names of that Mahatmanaha, Viknyatani Mahatmana, of that Mahatma, Mahatma, to be split, like Paramatma, Mahatma. That are indicative of what? Of his Gaunani, Gunani, of his qualities. I mentioned at the beginning, the namas indicate qualities or attributes. So for your benefit, I am giving you all the names of the Mahatma that are indicative of his qualities and which find place in the exalted hymns of the rishis. Rishibhi Parigitani, all those compositions of rishis, you will find these names. Obviously, Sanakadi Muni is included in that. So it is not really creation of Bhishma, but he's repeating it from what he heard from other people. Going further, this is the last one from Bhishma's responses. Rishir nam nam sagasrasya veda vyaso mahamunihi chando nushtuptada devo bhagavan devaki sutaha. Rishir nam nam sagasrasya veda vyaso mahamunihi chando nushtuptada devo bhagavan devaki sutaha. Rishir nam nam sagasrasya. We do what is called nyasam. No, yogic principles you have. The three things. One is called chit. The other one is called achit, the opposite of chit. The third one is Ishvara. Now, chit is really the jiva or atma which knows everything. In this case, the rishi. The rishi is one who sees. Who sees. Sees means he experiences. He experiences Ishvara himself. So he knows. And he knows who? The Devata. For every mantram, Devata. If you want to really please the particular Devata, you have to recite that particular mantra which appeals to the Devata. Like, if you want to please some people, you have to say certain words. Or feed them with certain food which they like. They all naivedyam also. So that is the destination. The beginning is the chit. Achit. In between, there is a barrier, the veil, which has to be removed if you want to really get into Devata. And that veil is what is called chandas, which is anushtup. It has got to be recited in a particular manner. That is why the sound and the pronunciation is important if you want to really appeal to the particular Devata. So this is a yogic principle, and in accordance with that, we do the nyasam, usually here. Rishir nam nam sagasrasya veda vyaso mahamunihi. The Rishi for these 1,000 names of Vishnu is the great Veda Vyasa, because he was a Rishi who really compiled all together, and therefore he becomes a Rishi who knows the importance of Vishnu Sahasranamam. And who is the ultimate deity here? Bhagavan Devaki Sutaha, whom you are trying to please or you are trying to approach him. The presiding deity here is Bhagavan himself, Lord Krishna, Devaki's son, Devaki Sutaha. The intermediate barrier or veil, which has got to be a tool used to approach the Devaki's son Krishna, is the chandas, which is Anushtup Chandaha. There are different chandas. In this case, the 8-lettered stanza, which has to be recited in a particular way, and that becomes a chandas. So the Rishi of this particular Vishnu Sahasranam is great Veda Vyasa. The chandas is Anushtup, and the presiding deity is the Bhagavan himself, who is Lord Krishna. So therefore, the Sahasranamam contains so much of power in it, and you recite it, you get all those benefits which I mentioned right at the beginning. So Bhishma's response, I've been fairly brief. Before he starts the Sahasranamams, he gives all these responses to the questions asked by Dharmaputra. So today we conclude the first inaugural session of the Vishnu Sahasranama, and we will move on to the actual Sahasranamam in our next class. And I want to tell you at this time that I have created a new website just 2-3 days back, which is called easyhinduism.com. So Many people think that Hinduism is very complicated and it is full of rituals and so many gods are there. It is very difficult to understand this. But they have a reason to say so because it is true. But to understand it, you must have an approach which is simpler. And I wanted to present that approach, which is easy Hinduism, like easy Sanskrit, which I started some years ago, and then it's been followed by thousands of people around the globe now. And people like it. I get a very good feedback on that one. And people say that you made this language, a very difficult language, easy for us to understand. Likewise, Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma is a complicated subject, and I want to make it simple for people to understand that. That's the reason why I've created this website called easyhinduism.com. You can visit it, it just created, and it'll keep adding it. And I'd like to have your feedback, your suggestions and comments to improve it. Any inputs that you want to give, surely go ahead and feel free to do so. So with this, we conclude today's first session. Om Namo Narayana.